Doomsday is a topic which has been used in many documentaries and films. And there is 99% chance that after hearing the word doomsday, you start to think about destruction, apocalypse, and all that sinister happenings. But what is the doomsday clock? Doomsday clock is a symbol which represents the likelihood of a global catastrophe. An international group of scientists and researchers, that is the Bulletin of Atomic Scientists, sets the clock to show how much time we have left until midnight. And midnight in this case means the end of the humanity, that is the doomsday. Basically, the clock says how much time the humanity has before everything gets destroyed. So why it was made and how accurate it is. The concept of the clock originated from an international group of scientists called the Chicago Atomic Scientists, who participated in the Manhattan Project, a project which was being undertaken during World War II for the first detonation of nuclear weapon. But after the atomic bombings of Hiroshima and Nagasaki, this group thought that they need to aware and educate people about the catastrophic effects of this. And then they came up with an idea to publish a newsletter and then the magazine, Bulletin of the Atomic Scientist. The Doomsday Clock was first introduced on 1947 as a cover of the first edition of Bulletin of the Atomic Scientist magazine, when a Bulletin co-founder Hyman Goldsmith asked artist Mardel Langsdorff, wife of Alexander Langsdorff, who was a research associate in the Manhattan Project, to design a cover for June 1947 issue of the magazine. Initially, the clock was set 7 minutes to midnight, and since then it has been set backward and forward 22 times. The smallest ever number of minutes to midnight was 2 in 1953, and largest being 17 in 1991. The clock's closest approach to midnight since its inception was on 1953, and it was just 2 minutes to midnight, and it was because of the testing of the first thermonuclear device by the United States in November 1952 as a part of Operation Ivy. Operation Ivy was the 8th series of American nuclear tests, and its main purpose was to help upgrade the US arsenal of nuclear weapons in response to the Soviet nuclear weapons program. Then after 38 years, with several changes in the clock, on 1991 it reached the furthest from midnight since its inception, and it was 17 minutes to midnight. And it was because of the first strategic arms reduction treaty between United States and Soviet Union, which reduced and limited the use of strategic offensive arms between them, and also the dissolution of Soviet Union on December 26th. So the Doomsday Clock is not only popular in scientific cultures, it is very much discussed in many more popular cultures, like the clock is featured in 1986-87 comic book series and 2009 film Watchmen, where it is set at 5 minutes to midnight. It is also featured in an XKCD comic where the main character pulls the hour hand forward an hour in accordance with the start of daylight saving time. The title of Iron Maiden's song, The 2 Minutes to Midnight, is a reference to the clock, and also the title of Linkin Park's 2007 album Minutes to Midnight is a reference to the Doomsday Clock. So this was a short little history on the Doomsday Clock and its happenings and changes. Do share this video with anyone you know who doesn't have any idea when the world is gonna destroy and what is the Doomsday Clock. If you enjoyed this video, do subscribe. Thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next video.